that better? Oh, by the way, what's up? Aloha. What's going on? What a mess. Let's go to happier places. Welcome to my club. You guys remember that thing, right? The V12 monster truck. Boy, it's been a while. Yeah, I can't even remember when I bought it. In my defense though, after we did a bit of work on that, I wanted to pour some concrete, so we did like 60 or 70 tons of concrete over there with a bit. And this was a lot of fun. This was a very fun project. Wish I could do more of these. But you know, in the middle of that project, you know, that dude over there crash landed into the area. So we had to deal a bit with the guy as well. Not as fun as the concrete part, most definitely not. Bit scary, honestly. Although weight-wise, that guy wins, no problem. But you know, right now I have a bit of time, and I figured let's focus on that guy a bit. Now about this dude. For those who don't know, I managed to buy it for like scrap value. I think I paid like 2.5 grand for the thing, and I think it was a very good opportunity overall. I mean, technically the thing should work pretty good. I don't think there's like anything severe wrong with it. Currently it has no engine oil in it, because I wanted to do that leak test, and we'll figure soon out if it's internally leaking or not. Hopefully that's not the case. But you know, other than that, mechanically it's solid. Got working Kirovets for like 2.5 grand. I mean, no sane person would be able to pass up that opportunity, right? I'm pretty sure most of you would have bought it as well, right? Or am I the only insane one? But you know, off the top of my head, let's deal with the oil, the engine oil. Then we need to install the batteries back, but we also need to do some fixes to the battery boxes. And they're about to fall through the floor. Also, that part gonna break off, so we need to fix that. But other than that, wait a minute, I had a list somewhere. Where do you put the list, dude? Maybe here. There you go. Looks like I did not get very far. Only the first thing done. Wow. Okay. Guess we can cross the oils off the list pretty soon. Then we need to check out the air system, grease fittings, battery, electronics. I think like a couple of lights there worked, so should be fine. Oh, stupid air filter. I was supposed to check that as well in the last video. Guess I forgot. I can do it in this video then. Loader. Oh, I bought a loader for it as well. Almost forgot. Yeah. And this thing will go on the Kirovets, on the rear end. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna install it during this video. Now, luckily I do have an option to lift it now. And that guy over there will lift it no problem. And now I can use the Ackerman to install the loader on the Kirovets. So that's probably gonna work out pretty good. But still, I don't think I'm gonna do it right now. Maybe during the winter time, maybe after the winter time. I'm not really sure at the moment. Guess we'll see how things go. I think I need to invite Steve over for that part. It's better to squash 2 people than 1, right? Missing reverse gear. Gotta check that out. Bodywork. Dude, it's already pretty flat. Guess we can make it flatter. Paint job. I think I'm kind of late for a paint job this year. It's already getting like -5 during the nighttime, so that's probably gonna mess up the paint, right? Plus, I still need to hot water pressure wash it in order to get all the greasy liquids off. And I don't think I want to do that before I do the washing part. Kind of just makes more sense. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. Not sure at the moment. We also have like a couple of additional goals here. Fix side boxes and fix step. What are the side boxes? Maybe those. What was these? Oh, the step. Now let's start off with the engine oil, and let's pray that we have no coolant coming out of that oil ban. Cross your fingers, guys. It's been about a month now. Oh, look at that. Perfect. No coolant. Very good. Let the great refilling project begin. The coolant is still there. Also very good. This part is gonna take forever. The Soviet Bible says 45 liters. Google AI says 21 liters. And I'm pretty sure I drained like 56 liters out of the thing last time. So there's like a bunch of different numbers. I think I'm just gonna, add them all up. Just to be safe. I mean, a good example would be like, if you're stuck between whether I should have 1 cake or 2 cakes, then the obvious choice is 3 cakes, because 2 plus 1 equals 3, right? If you can make up a decision between different numbers, then just add them up and go with that. I always do that. What is that? Dude, why is there a wasp in my oil? 不是木你些声音。What? Such a ninja. Look at that. Death by oil. Best way to go. I don't know, guys, there's something about flowing oil. It directs fluid flow to another area. Very satisfying. Just look at that. It's so beautiful. Good thing it's cold right now. Looks like we're very close to the maximum. I'm gonna leave it at that. About 48 liters total, yeah. And Google AI was way off. I guess the book was pretty accurate, but still not quite on the money. Now, while I was here, I kind of noticed a couple of interesting things. You know me, I'm curious about stuff that I don't understand. What do you guys make of that? What is that for? Looks like some type of a drive. The teeth are all mangled up, so it's been doing something at some point. It's directly connected to the flywheel bell housing. Well, it's a part of it. So I'm guessing if the engine spins, that part also spins, and it's supposed to drive something. But there's really no room here to drive anything. Maybe there's like a separate box somewhere over here at some point. And we got the starter down there on the bottom. Maybe it had some type of a different starting mechanism in the past, and it was switched out to a starter at some point. I mean, that kind of makes sense, right? Also, looks like some type of oil block here, but this is the bell housing for the flywheel, so there's no oil in there, definitely. But yeah, interesting stuff. Stupid oils. Took like a couple of months, plus a lot of money. About the oils though, there's like something I wanna mention. Something I did incorrectly in the last video. The final drives, I just kind of overfilled them extremely. I thought that the oil level needs to be in the middle, so I rotate. Most of the tires were already like this, but I rotated some of the tires so it would be like that. But actually the oil level doesn't need to be there, rather it needs to be there. So I would like this much more oil in the drives. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna drain it out though. I think it's fine. Pretty sure I can't properly recover that oil anyway. But what do you guys think? Should I drain it out, put it where it's supposed to be, or whatever? I don't know, I think it's fine. I mean, the guy has been sitting here for quite a bit of time now, and honestly there's like almost no leaks under the thing. Basically we only have like 3 leaks. There's like a couple of small ones there, and a slightly bigger one here. Where it's coming though, I'm not sure. It's not that big of a leak, and I don't have time to sit here. Let's do the air system next. NATO bombers somewhere up there. Make sure you drop a couple of bombs here. Would definitely help me out. You guys remember what happened last time when I opened it up on the other Kirovets? No? Well, let me refresh your memory. There you go. About the same actually, minus the pressure. Swoops. I think there's more water in this thing then. No, this definitely has more water than the other thing. kuradi sitta siin nii palju. Dude, I think this thing is actually like more than halfway filled. Look at that. Oh. Let it flow. I forgot the rest. Really? Okay. One tank has 200 liters, the other tank has nothing. There's one more tank, guys, but it's in a really bad location. It's under the gap. Now, if you ask me, I think it's actually brilliant to have a sawmill next to a tractor work pad. Kurat, ära ütle, et me ei keera seda munni lihtsalt välja. Ega vist ei keera, jah. Ei keera raiska. Ouch. Yeah, that would probably work better if I put some pressure in the system. Then I could blow that out nicely. And we can check for leaks as well. I'm gonna let it run until the compressor reaches its maximum pressure. That's about 8 bars, but this system can handle upwards of 14 or even more. So I can't max it out with the compressor I have, definitely not. But still at 8 bars we should be able to identify any even minor leaks technically. It's gonna take a while though to fill this guy up. That thing is probably gonna explode first.
You can do it!
I think we're at 7 so far. Gonna give it like a little break. Wow. Can't hear anything. Tastes pretty good. Can't really compare it to that guy over there. Dude leaked from everywhere. I fixed that. But there's like a little leak somewhere over here. And this thing has like air-powered wipers for the windshield. Now that's something I've never seen before. It's actually pretty cool. I wonder if it still works. Seems like we got... And that's connected up there, but this is missing a rod. I got both of them. Oh, that's disconnected. I don't think it still works. But I guess we'll try to press some buttons somewhere later. Maybe something will move. Would be really cool. What is that? A small leak there, but I'm not really sure what that is. Is it a bolt or something? That's a very small leak though. Didn't see anything else. I think let's undo that, then we're gonna have better access to the area. Could have batched out the leak anyway, right? It's coming from the gasket of the device. At least at the bottom, see? Small leak up there. Nothing too serious. Maybe I can tighten that up, although it's kind of positioned pretty badly at the moment. Be able to fit anything there. Both those move. Maybe we can sort it out. Huh. Looks like Steve came for a visit. What? That looks like that did the trick. Very good. Hi, Steve.
Hello. What's up, man?
Alright. Apparently I'm up.
I'm like some swanky electrical issues.
No, that's the wiper, the wind screen wiper thing. Air powered and all.
Yeah, I know.
Very fancy.
Well, I mean, it's not, I don't think Kirovets only had that. The other Soviet tractors had it as well, or trucks, basically.
Yeah, I wonder if it still works. I mean, the system seems complete.
Yeah, well, just replace the rubber lines. Those usually are rotten as hell.
There's no rubber lines here, it's all steel.
Oh, that's a fancy system.
And we'll test it out later if it works or not. I have no idea which button should make them work. But no, we'll press all of them. You know what, while we're already here, let's install this thing. Amp meter. I don't need it, but I just want to fill the hole. I think a dashboard looks really weird if it has like a hole in it. I'd rather have a gauge that doesn't move. At least it just kind of looks better. I'm pretty sure I have a working amp meter somewhere. Yeah, that one. Wait a minute, that's the voltmeter. Whatever. Voltmeter, amp meter, potato. I wonder what's that for. I know. Go somewhere. Now, in order to have like a working amp meter, I'm thinking you need a single wire from the battery positive terminal, and the other one comes from the alternator. And you just kind of connect them up to there, two connections. But now I'm pretty sure this was removed for a reason, and it probably doesn't work. So I'm just gonna fill the hole. I don't really care if it works or not. Guys, look at that. Look at this guy. Woo! Don't want to get stung by that. Maybe we can grab it. Kirovets power. Whoa! Guess I just beat my Vans. I'm not sure about this wire though. I'm guessing it's important. Maybe it will do something. Maybe it's important. Now, obviously it's a grounding wire, right? Maybe if the tractor gets hit by lightning, then this wire will ground everything. Look at that. That's much better. Much better than a stupid hole. Maybe later we'll tinker with this thing again once I reinstall the batteries. On some circumstances that thing is actually very useful. For example, if you have like a short somewhere, then this thing will go that way a lot, and it will be like an early warning before the tractor burns down. Okay. You know, the air system on this tractor seems actually pretty solid. There's like no leaks. I mean that's weird. That's definitely not normal. Well, at least this tractor was well looked after, right? Kudos for them, I guess. At least some people care. But before I wrap up with the air system, let's check the brakes as well. I mean, that's like a whole different system of plumbing, like pipes and brake chambers and valves and stuff. Maybe we have some leaks there. There is a leak. Somewhere there's a leak. I think one of the chambers is bad. I think it's this one. Yeah, it feels like it's coming from here, but I'm not 100% sure. It does move though, and it also retracts pretty good. Now from the other Kirovets I do have 3 brake chambers left over which were not leaking. Technically I could throw one of them on here and then we could confirm that. But you know, those chambers are kind of not the best. They don't have like the power, the push, the brakes down very good, but they don't leak. This on the other hand seems to have plenty of power doing the pushing part, yet they don't leak. So maybe that option is a bit better. And the brakes on this thing actually work pretty good right off the bat. So I don't think I really need to do like a brake rebuild job like I did on the other one. Oh man, what? The amount of blade there is just infinite. Yeah, this is a bit better, but still quite a bit. Okay, definitely need to adjust the front brakes. And technically speaking, this wheel doesn't break at all. Look at the amount of play in there. It's basically like 60 millimeters of play. Almost the travel of the rod. And it's supposed to be like something like that. Max it out and then turn it back a bit. You guys taught me that, so I even know what tools I need for this part off the top of my head, which is not normal. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Should be fine. Now I'm gonna open up one cover. I wanna see what's the thickness on the brake disc itself. I can't be bothered opening them all up at the moment. I'm just gonna take my reading off one wheel. Oh yeah, look at that. There's a lot of farming equipment down here, but look at the thickness of the plate. Holy hell, that's like brand new. What is that, like 20 millimeters? Cancerous asbestos brake discs. And that thing is gonna last forever for me. I don't think I even need to further explore that situation, right? Before we adjust this one though, I'm gonna swap it out. rather have something that doesn't leak. Although this works, but it's not worth it. Maybe it'll break when you need it the most, right? What? No, it's not leaking. I guess it's not broken. No. Maybe the leak was somewhere else. Huh? Mis seal huvitavat on, ma ei saa aru. You missed all the excitement. Basically, this thing is not broken. Yeah. Time well spent. Maybe it was leaking through that. That thing seemed very loose. Overall. I'm short on paint. Panen ta siia. See ei ole pisut raske võtta. Me, it's the other one. What type of joke is this? Yeah, 100% this one. You should have used this thing before. I wanna bet that this guy will just magically repair itself once I get to the workshop. And my working theory right now is that the leak is a virus, and to troll me, that guy carried over the virus to this side. Because I'm pretty sure the leak was on that side before. Somehow it ended up on this side though. Guess my theory doesn't hold. Yeah, this has like a small leak there. It's very minimal though. I think it's not even worth really worrying about, but maybe the other thing works a bit better. And with time the leak can get bigger and then you're screwed. That did wonders. Tapered thread. Don't even need tape there. They work, or they don't work. I personally don't like those. Not my thing. Yeah, I think this is fine. Should be a bit better. Yeah. And hopefully that cured the virus. Let's see what's next. The air system is pretty good now. I'm overly surprised. Even did the brakes. For some reason, they're not even here. Check. You know, let's do something that I never did on the previous Kirovets. I never went over the grease fittings on that thing. There are quite a few of them on this machine, but not that a lot. So let's go over all of them. I think there was some type of guide inside the cab which shows where all the greasing points are. Looks like we got something over there. 15 total. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Oh, okay. In addition to the greasing points, these are also the oiling points, so it's also showing the wheels. Got like a little list here as well. You can't understand anything though. It's in a bunch of hieroglyphs. I don't know that language. 1990, what? Really? Wow. Dude, what? This guy is the youngest machine I have. What? Really? 1990? Wow. Such a teenager. Grab like a quick picture of that. Let's go try to find some fittings. Okay, so I'm gonna go over the fittings first, which I know about. And once we go through that, then we can crisscross the list out and see if we're missing any. Start off from the rear end first. Now I'm planning to take this entire setup off, but that doesn't mean it doesn't deserve any grease, right? Well, as you can see, no greasing option here. I think I'm not gonna add one as well. Most likely this is not gonna get a lot of use. Maybe in the future if I need to swap it out with other Kirovets, then we might do that. Oh. Missing a thing there. No, muinul herralla. This part as well. Wait a minute. That's a bearing, right? Needle bearing there. I think that requires a bit different grease. You can use your standard pin grease there. Well, you can, but there's a better option. Maybe this one. The guy told me that solid 2 for pins and EP for bearings. I wonder if that thing actually works. You guys remember this thing? It just broke for no reason. The handle, it just seizes. Something's bent, but everything looks straight. I don't know. This thing is junk, so I'm gonna throw this away, but maybe I can use that. And this thing came with the excavator, and it looks like a pretty good quality thing. I'm guessing easy $100. Free grease gun if it works. I hate grease, by the way. It's so messy. I should probably get one of those large buckets with a pump on it and a very long hose. Don't have to worry about refueling these things every 10 minutes. Oh, look at that. We got a free grease gun. And it works. Kurat, seda ila siia alla küll vaja. Oh. Oh yeah, it works great. Right off the bat. Free stuff is amazing. Not a fan of these two-hand grease guns though. It's like you need one hand to hold the bottle and the other hand to pump the pump. But you can't hold the line. You need like a third hand for that. The line always wants to like go somewhere else. Not a fan of these pumps, honestly. I prefer the single hand pumps. I wonder where exactly that grease point takes. Is it these two? Maybe there's like bearings, giant bearings here. Seems to be like a pin or bolt at the bottom as well. I'm not really sure. Maybe that's like a grease point as well. I'm gonna go check on the other tractor. I got one at the top. Oh, same story. Yeah, it's just a bolt. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep pumping until something comes out from somewhere. I'm thinking this part takes a lot of grease. You guys see anything? You just have to keep pumping. Man, almost like 2 bottles of grease down that stupid black hole. Still don't see anything. Oh! You got some water coming from there. That's a good sign, I guess, but what is this? What is coming out from there? It's like a little hole here or something. That is pretty interesting. Oh, same story. Maybe those holes are check holes, so you don't need to pump anymore. Maybe there's two of them on the other side as well. Yeah, we got a hole there as well. Oh. Pretty interesting device. I'm guessing there's like two giant bearings in the housing, or maybe these are bushings. Not really sure. I know that this part rotates independently, like that part rotates independently from this part, so that the tractor can also rotate like that. Gotta make sure that this part doesn't go bad, right? No, I think this is fine. It should be fine. Almost 2 tubes of grease in there. Should work. Now let's do the brakes before I forget about them. And they also have a bunch of grease points everywhere. Seems pretty good. I think it doesn't matter that much. Got one there as well. And look at the rubber on that. I think this is like a new U-joint. That's clearly older. Maybe this was replaced recently. New parts at scrap value. That's very good. Kurat, aga seda vist ei keera nii palju välja. Nope. Yeah, this fitting doesn't want to take anything in. I think I need to change the fitting out. Worst possible location to do that. The room is just plentiful. I thought there was a problem with this, but no, I put a new dip on it. That's not the problem. I've got to change that fitting. Paberit oleks võinud ka kaasa võtta, siis kuradi saepuu sinna sisse küll suruda ei taha. Gonna be fun putting a new one there, that's for sure. Ohoh. Mine putsi, läkski sisse või? Holy hell. Man, if this guy still doesn't accept grease, I'm just gonna sit in a corner and start crying. Because that's basically what I was doing 5 minutes ago. Ah, there we go. Works now. I think that's fine. Rennele otsa, nüüd ei tule ära. Whatever, I'm gonna leave this guy here. I don't even care anymore. This guy doesn't even have a fitting. It's kind of weird that some of these U-joints do have like a fitting, but some of them don't. This one doesn't even have a hole for it. Nope, nothing on that side. Maybe there's something on this side, but... Yeah, nothing there as well. I remember this on the other Kirovets when I took the drive shaft out between the engine and the gearbox up front. The U-joints on that shaft also had no greasing options. Maybe this is by design, some of them are greased for life. Or you really need to disassemble them and then add the grease or replace it. I'm not even gonna bother go take a look at the Bible because I did search about it last year and there was basically like invalid information on every corner. Nothing made sense. Mis sul juhtus nüüd? There's a drive shaft up there as well. But that is a pretty short shaft, that's for sure. I don't think you can really grease that. Oh, by the way, I got this back to work. I remember that you have to hit it at least 21 times in order to fix it temporarily. Yeah, there is a grease fitting over there. Dude, how are you even supposed to service that thing? I can't even reach it with my hand. There's absolutely no room. Got a massive engine in the way. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip that. Whatever. Let that thing explode. You can't physically just... You can't physically grease that. That's impossible. Why is that hole there? It looks like we got a nut there. I'm willing to bet you that's some type of a service nut. It's not actually meant for greasing, perhaps. But you can back grease in that nut. I mean, if you replace it with a fitting. I remember the other Kirovets had something like that. Oh! What a sneaky bastard. Yeah, don't you just hate that? Pumping in grease from one side and you can't see anything, but from the other side it's just kind of sneakingly leaking out. Whatever, at least the frame is roughly the same color. But anyway guys, I think that's about it with the grease setup. Oh, there's more a bit here. Mitä vittu? And this is a pretty interesting setup. You're gonna pump from there, and it's leaking out from there. How are the... Dude, I hate when that happens. And this is by far the worst thing ever that can happen while you're greasing. I mean the second worst thing. Obviously the first thing is that the grease is leaking out from everywhere, except where it's supposed to go. Interesting. But anyway guys, I think that takes care of the greasing part. At least everything that I know exists. Maybe there's something up front on the pulleys. Not 100% sure about that. I know that you need to service the starter as well. There's like a couple of oil ports for that thing. At least two, if I recall. One is on the back end right there. There's like a little reservoir there, plus a spongy material which will absorb the oil, and gradually it will apply it to a bushing for the starter shaft. So I don't know how regularly you need to, you know, service that board. And most likely not every 10 minutes. There should be one more up front, but access may be a bit problematic. Yeah, I can't see anything. And maybe it's hiding under this compartment thing. Nope, not there. Oh, it's on the side. Freaking hell. It's on the side over there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip that one as well. I can't see it, plus I'm probably gonna lose the plug. I think you need to service that thing once, you know, if you take the starter off for repairs. I think it's fine. By the way guys, I just remembered there's a dirt plug as well. It's actually hiding under that thing, so you can't even access the dirt plug. Yeah, you need to take the starter off in order to service those two boards. At least we got the back end done. One is the engine oil, that's done. 2 is the gearbox oil. 3, center pin. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Finished. 11, what's that? 11 is maybe the starter, I'm not sure. Kind of worn down. You can't make it out. What is the 11? Looks like it's pointing to the starter, but I'm not really sure. 13, 14, 15 are near the pulleys, up front somewhere. Can't see any fittings. I'm guessing they're lubricated by engine oil then. Nothing whatsoever. I guess that's it. What a monstrosity of an engine, look at that. That's just insane. It's just huge. I'm thinking that if you put double turbos on this guy and you will achieve the 500 horsepower mark, what is that gearbox gonna do? That gearbox is gonna flip over. That gearbox is gonna break in half. Grease things. Finally done. Oh, check brakes. Really blind, dude. What the hell? I had it. You just now realized it. Wow, I'm lame. But anyway, let's do the battery setup next. I think we have to build something. Let's go, baby. Stupid Kirovets. Again, we always go downhill. I'm pretty sure we can't fill that gap. I mean, even if someone gave me like a bathtub full of ice cream to dry, I think I would even fail then. I think we need to rebuild this part. I think we can mend the other side somewhat. Maybe add like a couple of reinforcements here or there. But you know, that side seems pretty messed up. Yeah. I definitely want to save the step and reuse that. Maybe even these things. These are the battery corners, basically. But you know, nothing else can really be saved from this situation. almost no steel left there, and felt like I was cutting points for I-beams. Look at that cut. I can't even cut the sausage that good. And maybe I should take this thing to the kitchen. Would Super Sister approve? Don't think so. Now, originally the battery, what is this? Battery mounting brackets. Originally on the other end it's like 57 wide, but the battery I bought is 47. So if I do like 57, then I have to put like something on either side. I think I'm just gonna make it 47 to fit that battery, ignore the original crap. Also, I think I have to make it a bit shorter, so I'm missing some teeth there. Well, technically I've done worse. I'm just gonna weld the thing there. Look at that. If it works, then it works. Right. The most important part is the paint. I told you guys I'm low on paint. Stupid rust. Go away! Siin küll jääb segama see värk vist. There you are. I've been searching for you. Yes guys, I disconnected the radio inside the cab before welding on the frame. Okay, hopefully that clears everything. Feels pretty good. Mis seal nüüd juhtub? Whatever. Nicht. And I found some more paint. Base 1. I don't know. Some type of a primer maybe. Dude, I think this is a file. Wow. Currently I'm not sure if you can even weld that. File steel. Probably right. I don't know. I've never tried. This we'll find out in a second. Well, I pooped something on there. Go away, I got a gun. Go away, I got a flamethrower.
Huh?
Go away, I got a flamethrower.
Ein Sprengstofflammewerfer!
Yeah, what?
Jah, paneme kohe sooja asja kuradi nurka vahele.
Did I think this through? I think I didn't. Oh, never mind. Look at that. Adios, amigo. Man. Such perfection is only achieved after you fail kindergarten. That's so amazing. Look at that. Calculated decisions. It's gonna be my longest life of a walk. What? I mean, this is gonna be my longest walk of the lifetime. Kas kaamera kaasa võtab? Täitsa pekkis elu raisk. Dude, this is like a counterweight. It's not battery. This is counterweight. I think I can use my the original battery clamps though. Kuidas see üldse läheb siia? Niimoodi. Maybe we can. Wait a minute. Look at that, guys. I think this box, the side came out pretty okay. Something's misaligned. Ow! Pistets, no. But anyway, guys. And if you ask me, we should find like a way in order to get a hammer, or in order to have a hammer, have a seat at the UN table, maybe even several. Obviously these guys can fix everything, right? But now before I connect up the battery, now let's go try to figure out the other side. Hopefully we don't have to do so much mending over there. Maybe some JV oil. At least this side has that thing. There's a lot of rust here. You know, it's kind of sad that this part is just sheet metal. You know, on the other side I added 5mm thick plate. Man, that thing is probably gonna outlast the frame at this point. But got some nice access tools over there, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, those guys deserve some freedom as well, right? I would say that part still has some life left in it. I think it's not really worth doing it like I did on the other side. You know, I'm not really planning to like renovate this tractor like I'm planning with that one over there. Yeah. For that one, I wanna go a bit further and get it into a pretty bream state. But you know, this one is already semi okay, I would say. Just put like a fresh coat of paint on it, and it will endure for many more years. So I'm gonna go grab the vacuum and kurat, ma ei tea, see on ikka nii suht piiri peal, noh, võiks nagu olla, aga võiks ka nagu ära vahetada. Look at that, guys. And pants fixing the pointless. To be honest, this is actually really pointless, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. It's okay. Yeah, like I said, the most important part is the paint. We just need to add like a thicker coat of paint than the steel itself. Then it's gonna last forever. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Feels like the box is one unit now, not servo. I don't know. Looks like a bunch of poop all over the place. Yeah, we got plenty of rust down here. I mean, don't need extra. Even got the spot to put the sponge. It's not gonna do anything useful there much, but at least I don't have to take it off. I'm gonna try to put something in that corner as well, so that I could close that door. Whoops, too much. Don't worry guys, I'm a certified crap coverer. That's the thing. I have a degree. Man, welding that thing there is just the worst. Everything is so bad. But you know, I'm okay with that. I think it's pretty crap, honestly. But I'll put some paint there. It should endure for quite a bit of time, actually. Look at that. Especially like the nice texture. But anyway, we should probably go mend the other side as well, right? I mean, obviously we have plenty of daylight left. We should probably stop being lame, right? Look at that, it broke for no reason. I think we got it. Got the nut off, I mean. I'm actually not sure if that part even... Did it break on a new spot? What? siis kui vihma vaja on, siis ei ole. Shock and all. on, dude, you're turning. Don't brake on me again. No, it's gonna break again. Look how deep it broke this time, man. What? It just doesn't want to come out. I think it's trying to make like new threads coming outwards. That's why it keeps breaking. One more time, okay? Look at that, the Kirovets factory workers messed up again. They forgot to drill a hole there. Gotta do everything around here. You know what? Yeah, how crazy it would be if I broke that thing into the hole right now. Dude, I would lose my mind. I would definitely lose my mind. Putsi välja ka tuleb, kui sügavale. This is the most intense thread I've ever made. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Niimoodi. You know, I think all that effort was 100% worth it because, you know, reasons. You know, reasons. Yesterday I was here and when that bolt broke, I think my soul broke at the same time. Well, rather like a crack, not broken in half. Now that situation is mended and I feel a lot better. It's like someone stitched up the crack. Probably it was Supermom. She likes to stitch stuff. You know, I think that sorts out the battery boxes. Yeah. Let's go see what's next. Stupid son. Check and replace broken battery. Yes, we did that 2 months ago. Fix side boxes. We fix them today. Now let's do the air filter. Almost forgot about that again. Now you can actually replace these out. There is a modern day replacement for these filter boxes available that you can order. I think the entire set was about 150 or something like that. But yeah, in my opinion, if the case is not rusted through, plus the seal is still intact, then it's not worth it. Maybe just clean it up, put it back. I think it's fine. Oh man, this guy has done some work. Maybe just in case cover that thing up. Probably doesn't matter though, but I'm not sure. Yeah, some of you are probably scratching their head. Normal people don't repaint their air filters. They just go buy a new thing. But yeah, like I said, about 150 bucks. That's a lot of money for me. If I go buy them, then Who will buy the donuts for me? Everything is calculated up to the month's end. She looks nice though. Mida putsi nahku noh? Mida putsi nahku? Mis see tähendab nüüd? Trull. But anyway guys, I think that actually looks a lot better. It's kind of doubtful at first. I mean, I'm not gonna achieve like any extra horsepower from painting these things, right? I mean, nobody's even gonna notice these things, but you can't even see them. They're inside the box, but yeah, I think sometimes it's worth going the extra mile. Definitely look a lot better now. Plus, it will keep them from rusting any further, at least for the time period. Usually what happens is that there's like a rust generates like a hole along the weld that they have been welded together from either side. So that part usually rusts out first. But I think actually these were in a pretty healthy state. The other Kirovets had pretty bad air filters, but I think I never painted those, but they were pretty rusted up. Maybe we should revisit that situation as well. But anyway, I'm gonna let those guys meditate there for a bit. In the meantime, let's go deal with that stuck step situation, bro. Got a bit of a situation here. Step Pro is obviously not stuck. The guy's bent. The guy's bent over somewhere over there. Also, there's like some problems there. I think I need to weld this part, but the fuel tank is full right now. I'm not sure. I mean, diesel fuel is not like explosive, right? It only combusts under certain conditions when there's enough heat and pressure. Is it okay to weld diesel on diesel fuel tank? No, it's not okay to weld on a diesel fuel tank without taking extreme safety precautions because it's extremely dangerous and that can lead to explosions. Welding on a tank with even residual fuel can ignite vapors and the heat can cause a rupture. Okay, vapors I understand, but what if the tank is full of fuel? Then it shouldn't be a problem. I don't know. Kind of. I don't want to burst the system, you know. Like 300 or something liters of diesel in there. JB World will definitely not fix that. Türa, kes see pededa kõveraks sõitnud? was that? Okay, so I did a bit of more research and found this Facebook post. Yeah, a lot of comments here like I welded on a diesel slip tank when it was full of fuel. Diesel will not light up for the love of God. See guys? The word of God has spoken. And we got another one there. You're safe. Diesel needs to be under compression to ignite. That's why diesel is not flammable. So even if it were full, you could weld it. Just weld it up, man. Put gasoline in tanks. Just weld it up, man. Put gasoline tanks filled with water. Yeah, the gasoline is very explosive. Fill it with diesel and weld away. Diesel isn't explosive. Just weld it. Diesel isn't explosive. No need to worry about it. Weld. IP welded them with fuel on them. What does that mean? Light a rag and throw it in. I think that's genius. Facebook comment section, guys. Bunch of engineers. Here we go. An empty diesel tank is still dangerous, but a full one is nowhere near as dangerous. Yeah, that's what I thought. Diesel combusts with compression, not so much with spark. Diesel is oak, gas is not. So okay, whatever. Let's weld the guy. I mean, I'm gonna only weld the step to the tank. I'm not gonna like patch up a crack on the tank, so it should be fine. I mean, the Facebook engineers have spoken. It's just to be safe though, I'm gonna set the amps to 150 kiloamps. The Kirovets will make history today. The first Russian tractor which will enter escape velocity. Somewhere over there. You will be witnesses. This is a very historical moment. Well, fine then. I didn't need you anymore anyway. Go die. Oh. What's up, Milwaukee? Guy saved the day. Calculation errors. I think I need to take this part lower. It's kind of not on the right spot there. How did I not see that? Need more horsepower. Oh man! Feels pretty sturdy, I would say. Sadly though, we did not enter escape velocity. But to be honest, I still have one more little welding job that I need to do. And maybe we'll enter that orbit after all. I think this part usually is bolted on, yep. It looks like it has broken off before. And they just bolted the thing on. I think I'm not gonna mess with the bolts. I'm just gonna weld the thing. And if I need to undo it for whatever reason in the future, then I can just kind of cut the weld. Well, that ain't going anywhere. But yeah, I think that's about it with the welding. Stepbrother. Everything back here is bent but not broken. So no welding required. I'm kinda curious to find out if the lights still work. I'm literally gonna press all the buttons in the cab once this thing fires up. Oh, that reminds me, the cab. You know, stupid chair, I need to install that as well. You know, if you ask me, it's like a perfect chair to seat those 3 little devils, right? They nicely fit on it. Well, at least right now. Man, who the hell locked my door? Come inside. It would be easy to just kind of mount the stupid chair in the same spot, but it was kind of didn't look good. So I think I need to rearrange some things here. Now I just got an amazing idea, guys. I'm gonna start offering bus services throughout the village. Because officially I have a bus seat at the Kirovets. I wonder how expensive the ride would be. I mean, 56 something liters per hour. It's not a lot actually. Gonna add tax as well, then it's gonna be about $3,000 per trip. Hey, look at that. I don't even need weld anything. Very nicely hit there. I mean, sit there. It's kind of wedged between the wall and that box. Very good. It's good to be lucky sometimes. This works pretty good. Even got room to put your newspaper back there. You can just kind of sit right here, read your newspaper, and go backwards to your destination. The Gulag. Look at that. I'm ready for the customers. Come on, guys, don't be shy. I promise we're not gonna go to the Gulag on the first trip. You know, I should probably go work, I should probably drop everything and go work at a Chinese textile factory. Grab this with me and a bunch of screws. Gonna sew everything together. But yeah, whatever. As long as it works, right? Oh, this is actually pretty comfy. Pretty dope. Okay, that takes care of that bit as well. I think we're nearing the end now. It's Let's go see if we have anything left. Air filter. Yep, did that. Step brother is not stuck anymore. Electronics, we're gonna figure that out a bit later. What's that? Fire. Oh, fire extinguisher, yeah. Yeah, I figured it's probably a good idea to add like a fire extinguisher to them. Do it as well. So I bought a bunch of like well, they're like minus 50%. Basically, they're expired, but well, they're expired, but they're not expired. I'm not really sure. The chick at the store told me that these are good up to 10 years. Plus, they were 50% off, so that's a deal breaker. It's in the green there. Maybe it'll work. Hea kätte saada nüüd küll tegelikult. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know. Good spot as any, I guess. I would prefer to put it inside the gap, but let's be honest, that's not a gap. That's a bird cage. There is not a lot of room there. Plus, you know, I'm pretty sure those things can stay outside as well, right? I mean, their working temperature is like from minus 30 all the way up to plus 60, so hopefully it's fine. Hopefully I won't ever need it, but you know how it is. It's better to have and not need than not have but need, right? Something like that. But anyway, guys, I think I'm pretty much finished now. I mean, everything I wanted to do right now. We can quickly go over the list. Check. Electronics. Mark that. Brakes, done. You know, loader. Not planning to do it right now, but no, I will get around it one day. Missing reverse gear. We'll check it once we go on a little joyride. Not joyride. I mean joyride. Sometimes the words just don't come out, you know. But yeah, that means we're gonna actually fire that guy up soon, and we're gonna listen to some really rough music. Bodywork, yeah, it's already pretty flat. I think that's fine. Paint job, same story. Gonna do it, but not right now. And everything else we're gonna already sort it out, so we can scrap this paper finally. But anyway, guys, let's go listen to some opera sounds. And once we get the thing started, let's check for lights, see how they fare. And I think I'm gonna also I'm gonna go for a little joyride around the block. I wanna test out the 4 speeds that this guy has, and I also want to test out the gearbox brake thing, because the last time I tried it didn't work. No matter how much I spin that thing around, it did not work. But I remember that once it arrived and I drove it off the trailer, then it worked. So something happened between the trailer and the pad which made it not work. I'm not really sure, maybe I broke something, but I'm gonna try to figure that situation out as well. Before we go on that little joyride, it's actually like a glitch that we need to quickly fix. Yeah, look at that. It's okay though. Now we have like a reason to fire up the chainsaw. Very good. Let's go. Oh. So far so good, nothing's on fire yet. Okay, hopefully I didn't forget about anything. You know how it is, if you like work on a vehicle like a month straight, put everything back together and then go with the ignition switch, and then you're like, did I reconnect everything? Did I fill that? Did I drain that? And this moment here always sucks. It will never get good. So we have mass. That's good. That's good. And oh yeah, that we need to looby-doob the engine up. You know, because this engine is like well, basically what you would find on a train. Well, it's a bit smaller, but still, the startup procedure is always the same. You need to lube up the engine before you actually start it, and we have like a little electric pump for that to pump the oil throughout the engine. So we switch from starter to the pump and then pump away. The goal is to get the engine oil circulating throughout the engine before you do any start attempts. I'm not sure, maybe you need to get the red light to disappear and then start the engine while the red light is still out. Kind of makes sense, right? I was just gonna go straight to Pluto and back. Päässin mun käik sees või? Mida putsi? Mees! Mitu korda sa viga teed? Dude, what happened? This is just wanna run away from me? What happened? Why? It's like felt like the throttle was floored. This thing doesn't have a turbo, so what happened? What? I have no idea what caused that. It wasn't even touching the throttle. Plus the kill switch, the thing you pulled to kill the engine, that did nothing. It just went full speed. And I'm not sure why. Maybe this thing was stuck here. It was in the bottom position. Maybe that thing was stuck. You know, this thing has no turbo, so you can't run away because of that. So the only way it can really run away if it's getting too much fuel somehow. Now right now I'm kinda afraid to start it again until I'm gonna figure this out. Why did it just do that? Definitely fuel related runaway. And I think I should add like a safety thing. Okay, so that's the incoming fuel line from the fuel tank. Well, actually the fuel sediment cup, that's before the fuel tank. Here we have the first layer of filters, and up top there's the second layer. I'm thinking maybe we should add like a valve between on this line, so if something happens I can just kind of flip the valve, stop the flow of fuel going any further from this point. Now it appears that we have some type of a feed pump down there, I'm guessing. Kind of makes sense, we have it between the two sets of filters. And you know, if we add the valve behind the feed pump, then things might explode. So I think we need to add it before the feed pump. I'm gonna see if I have like a option for that valve. Okay, so I don't have like a valve option at the moment, so I'm just gonna leave the impact here. If I can't get the, if it starts to run away again, then, and I can't get the RPMs down. Sorry guys, I'm kinda hectic at the moment, but yeah, if I can't get the RPMs down, I'm just gonna undo that. It's gonna starve the engine of fuel, at least that. The second option as well, now if all else fails, then I'm gonna cut the airline, incoming airline, put a rag in it, stuff it down its throat, try to starve it of oxygen. That was kind of scary. I don't know. You don't want this guy to run away from you, especially if you forgot the gear in. that will probably be the worst option to have while not being in the gap. I mean, let's try again, see what happens. Kind of weird. Didn't do this before. fuel leak. Pretty bad one. And that's pretty close. And I'm thinking that maybe we need to add some type of a gasket there or seal. I don't have red RTV, guys. That wasn't me. There is some type of a gasket here. Probably broken. Or maybe it was like that. Okay, that may have been my fault. I'm guessing it seals that area then. No kust otsast 93 on, ma ei saa aru. See on ju 86. Jah, mis ma arvutada ei oska või? Putsi, 42, 47. Täitsa pede vend, ma ei tea, midagi putsi. Yeah, I remember I had something similar going on with the other Kirovets. The fuel filter, it was leaking, and I think I added some Teflon tape there around the lip of the cup, and it looks like that sealed that deal because it's not leaking anymore. Hasn't leaked ever since then. I'm pretty sure there should be some type of rubber ring, some type of rubber flat ring there. I'm gonna try one more time. I made the gasket a bit wider. Maybe it wasn't fully sealing the area. look at that, we got some lights glowing out there. Dude, that's a really neat engine. Stupid cool. But for real, guys, this is a really, really neat engine.
That looks good. That looks good. That's 0, 0, 0, 0. Stupid amp meter, that doesn't even work. Air pressure, somewhere over there. Speedometer, I'm guessing. That's that. Gearbox oil pressure. That works. 0. What is that? I have no idea. But it's in the green, so whatever. At least the fan works. Oh, there's a second one as well. That doesn't work. Maybe these are lights. Oh, we have lights? What the fuck? Dude! Oh, the lights work. Look at that. Signal lights, look at that. Yeah. Basically, I got everything to work except maybe there's like a bad fuse or something. Also, I heard that the compressor released because the pressure dropped from 8 to 6. Now it's building up again. I'm thinking that's normal. Oh, by the way, one of the ceiling fans works. Like that button over there. Look at that. Works, holy hell. Guessing the other one is on the other side, but I don't know, there's some wires disconnected here. Perhaps some fuses are busted. Oh, they're going off again. Yeah, dropping down again. See? Okay, so that's how it's supposed to work. It's just gonna build up pressure, then releases it. So it wouldn't explode. Now this function doesn't work on the other Kirovets, I think. It will just kind of keep building pressure until something gives away. That's why I have so many leaks there. Because if I patch up one leak, the next thing is gonna explode. That's something that we need to fix on the other Kirovets, I think. Well, definitely, yeah. But you know, technically I went through the entire thing now, and basically those two buttons don't do anything. That button seems to be actually broken. serve function. That's the ceiling fan, that's the ceiling fan, that's the lights, front and back. We have, I'm guessing these are the headlights, but they don't work. I'm not sure what that button is supposed to do, maybe it's the horn. That doesn't do anything as well. And then there's the blinker. So that works. Pretty good even. Both sides. Like we got some machine lights here as well. These don't function also. But look at the bright side, at least we have something more to fix on this guy, right? There's only one of them. I don't know. There should be one here as well. Obviously not. This is like solid aluminium. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a thermostat in it. Most likely. But hell, I don't think I really need one. I probably don't need one. The guy's been going on for quite a bit of time now. I don't see any leaks at the moment. Actually, I don't even need this for this guy. That guy makes a lot more noise. Yeah, definitely. This guy not so much. We should go for a little ride. So we need to go the other way. official Kirovets testing ground now. I present you the lawn. Basically, you know, driving this thing actually is not that bad. It feels pretty solid. A lot less clunkiness compared to the other guy. It feels very smooth. But you know, I want to figure out a couple of things like do all the gears work, and what's the deal with the gearbox brake. got my own cab light. nii, käik välja. Okay, so it's kind of reversed actually. If I put it that way, it's gonna travel that way, I think. The pedal down, so I'm not sure why it's going. Middle is neutral, and I can just like the other Kirovets, I can switch the gears without touching the pedal. I think that's how it's supposed to work. But it looks like we got reverse. We have two gears, but they're the same speed. At least it looks like that from this test right now. What about that way? While I still have the pedal depressed down. That makes no sense because there's no pressure inside the hydrostatic drive unit. Brakes work really great. Look at that. Brakes were great, right? Okay, so we have two gears reverse, but they're the same speed, and only one gear forward, and it just kind of starts driving without freaking pressure even. What? That part that makes no sense. About the brake thing though. Okay, so right now the brake is definitely not on. Nope. Oh! Gearbox brake, guys, it works. See? Brake, nieto. And now it's making some funny sounds again. But it works. Very good. Gearbox brake works. That's good. But there's nothing really much to it. These two are for hydraulics. So if we get the loader on the rear end, then these two shifters will do that part. That's the main gear in or main gear out. making noise again. Not really sure what that's about. Like, I'm just sure that's not normal, but it does work. Anyway, that one is for locking the. Well, it's either gonna be two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Yeah, that one locks that thing. Obviously, we don't need to touch that. But you know, nothing much to it. I mean, got that pedal there, the other pedal over there, and then the noise pedal, kill switch, everything else we just kind of went through. Oh, did I mention that the fan works? No. Well, the fan works, and it's awesome. That is just some next level crap. Now we got a button there as well. What does that do? Dude, I have no idea. Whatever. Checking that nothing explodes. I have that problem. I mean, I have experience in that situation. Why are these lights out? So it's that button over there. Good to know. Dude, actually driving that thing feels pretty good. It's relatively smooth, yeah. I think we said that like 10,000 times already, but there is a little bit of play in the center pin, definitely. You can feel that rock. But it's not that bad. At least it's not that bad as it's on the other Kirovets. That's definitely messed up. Plus it has many less leaks. The guy doesn't leak at all at the moment. It's a solid piece of machine. I mean, just imagine 2.5 grand. That's a solid Kirovets right there. It just needs like a paint job and perfect. Oh, and I still need to fix the stupid lights up front because I couldn't get those to switch on. Oh, and as you can see, the gearbox brake does work. Currently I'm on a slope and it's not rolling away on me. Usually that's a pretty big plus, right? It makes some weird buzzing sound though. I'm not sure what's up with that. Oh, you guys heard that? That little explosion, man, that scared me so much. And it was not the first time.
And I thought, what was making the buzzing sound? Okay, so that doesn't work, definitely not. That did not move. That did not move, but this started to move. See, we're at 50 somewhere, so that was the temperature with which I checked off the manifold over there. So the engine temperature works, engine oil pressure works, voltmeter works, and the gearbox oil pressure also works. Oh, and that also works. See, the double-sided even. If I press the pedal down, then the other needle will move. So I would say like the most important gauges are functioning as intended. Just like a lot of them which don't do anything but I think it's not really that important if we got all of them to work or not. And the engine performs like a freaking tank. The thing is just unstoppable. Unless you have do low RPM and put the gear in, then it's just gonna stall. Leak wise, I don't see anything dripping. Take note. Everything seems pretty smooth overall. Yeah, the center pin definitely has some slack in it, but I think it's not really worth fixing it. It will work for me. It's just a lot of work in order to fix those pins. Probably need to replace the bushings out, and in the worst case scenario you need to start honing the cast iron part. But yeah, oil is still there. The same goes for that dude. Solid machine. And this is what we in Estonia call paugupill. Basically, like direct translation would be, I guess, like ready to go, or well, it's like a daily driver. You jump in the cab, flip the switch, start the engine, off you go, do your business. Paugupill. You know, no need to do some type of stupid dance. You don't need to fill reservoirs. No need to pray for the Mayans to fix your tractor. None of that witchcraft business. You just flip the switch and go. Do your thing. Yeah, I definitely want to paint the guy. Most definitely. But I still think I'm not gonna be able to make it this year. So I guess that's something to look forward to. Plus we still need to figure out some of the lights not working. Maybe add like a kick-ass air horn on it as well. Piss off the entire village. Maybe even the county. But I think it's not really like loader material still. You need like very stable movements to do loader work like Bobcat has, right? I mean, this is gear in or gear out. You're just gonna slam into stuff at full power. I think it's not really like super loader material. It will do the job somewhat, but still I want to add that loader on it. Even if I'm not going to use it as a loader, I still want to have that 4.5 tons of steel on the rear end. That's going to help out a lot with traction and stuff, right? This part probably doesn't weigh even a ton. I'm guessing like 500 kilos with cylinders and the framework. So that's going to be a lot better than this. Plus, I don't think I can really use this for field work anyway, considering it has one speed. That's not really gonna work. I think for field work, you really need more speeds. There is this one thing that kind of bothers me, but maybe not a lot. And that's the handbrake. Yeah, I know it works, but guys, it only works if the engine is running. That gearbox brake thing only works because of some hydraulic pressure somewhere doing something. If we don't have the engine running, then basically this guy has no parking brake. So that's kind of problematic, I would say. Now it has the disc for it. This is the parking brake disc, but you know, everything there has been removed, so I don't have parts for that. But then again, maybe I can find parts for that. You guys remember when I was fixing the rear end on the other Kirovets and we went to this donor tractor? That tractor I remember had parking brake parts still on the machine. Maybe I can go back and swipe them as well. You know, perhaps we can put them here on this tractor and get that manual parking brake back. But then again, perhaps we don't even have room for it. I mean, we have like a steel pipe in the way. I'm pretty sure that's maybe that's why it was removed in the first place. I'll check it out. The gearbox has come off the machine on this tractor. Those are not old bolts. Didn't even notice that before. Well, it's a different color, so I'm pretty sure it's not from this machine. Probably was switched out at some point. I mean, everything else is red and that's yellow, so
Dude, I could stay here forever. This is just pure art. Everything. So beautiful.
Sadly, we don't have time for forever. I think nobody does. But the current plan is that I'm just gonna keep it, obviously. I'm not gonna sell this guy. And next year, probably next year, gonna do a paint job on it. Maybe during the winter time we can sort out the missing lights, plus add a horn on it. That would be pretty cool. And actually, I think it had one. I think I noticed something. Got something over there. But you know, those are rookie numbers. We need something bigger. Yeah, I'm so glad I don't need to drain the coolant every time I use the machine. This engine is just solid. You can't say the same for this guy. This is horrible. Both sides spilling their guts. Dude. I think I'm just gonna remove the oil and pump the entire thing full of grease. And then proceed welding the cap shut. No need to ever worry about that crap again. This is just nonsense. Factory problem. Pretty common issue on these tractors. But yeah, guys, this was fun. We must do it again sometime. Right now, though, I'm gonna go and do the next stupid thing. Oh, the next stupid thing is already over there. But you guys will know about it next week. Bye. Now, before I go though, I want to give credit where credit is due. And about these gloves, this stuff. No. Now I know this is broken, but you know, don't let that fool you. I'm currently on my 4th day with just one pair, and it's just all of a sudden broke. Power Grip, Hydrostar, whatever. These are pretty good. I would definitely recommend buying these. I've used some cheaper gloves in the past, and those things just break immediately. Sometimes even if you put like a new pair on, it just immediately breaks in half. Those are just junk. This is so much better. So I just wanted to give credit where credit is due. Yeah.